Alright folks, we're back with whatever this is. I'm Chris, this is Hef, and this is
Smokestack Series Rye on Rye Caesarac Cocktail, which is a whiskey barrel aged rye ale with lemon peel and spices out of Kansas City, Missouri. We don't have any recommendations for this one. It just kind of appealed to us organically.
It was actually one of those ones that's he's been kept looking at and like, oh, I want to try that one. I want to try that one. I want to try that one. And we just never grabbed it until just now. What's the alcohol on that one?
It
should be on the front.
Oh shit! It's 11.8. Woo! All right. Well, it's basically like we're drinking a wine, a very light wine. Here, please.
I know this bottle is definitely outside our normal means of consumption style. We usually go with the single serves for our bottles, so having one with a cork and in a standard wine bottle setup is a little off, and that went off just
I jumped.
just a little premature for my preference.
It's okay. We won't tell you why. You don't have the alkalines and the tannins that build up in the cork for wines. You don't have that here with these because there's not like I'm getting like a little bit, but it mostly it's almost an unpleasant smell. Actually, to be honest, it's like a stale beer in the cork. These are stored upright, mainly because of the amount of sediment, I guess, in them. I'm not sure.
Yes. Usually it I didn't read whether or not it was an unfinished or a bottle finished on there. I checked. I didn't see it. I don't think there's any actual sediment in the bottom of that bottle. Yes.
I don't know. I mean, we'll find out later on. But
there is definitely sediment in that.
That is murky sediment.
And a nice amber red to it.
Yeah, I'm really digging the smell.
Yeah, it's kind of got that fruity smell. You can definitely smell some of the fruits that they put into this one.
Don't want to do it, but I might have to.
It's really powerful. It's not as powerful as that Saison we had that one time, but it's pretty
No, yeah. I think it's about time we take that first sip. Definitely murky. I was not ready for that much.
I lay down and take my rest. I feel something heavy.
Got a little bit of a bite to it.
Feel like my baby. Just imagination come to me.
You say that, and it's funny because that's actually on the bottle.
Think about all the time and shout somewhere.
Which is a good thing that you said that because that means that you're able to taste the ingredients.
Well, there's something else. It's like much more. I think that lemon peel that they were talking about.
Yeah, that's adding a really harsh zest on it.
Yeah, it feels like it's being it's not walked over, but like used by one of the other spices to kind of amplify what's going on there. This is heavily spiced. This is like almost like a mulled wine.
It's definitely tasty. I'm enjoying it. It's with how strong the flavor is, though. Mm-hmm. I would never want to get it by itself and just drink it by itself. And now I'm touching into later portions of our programming.
Well, we know nothing about the brewing company, other than it seems like that they put out nothing but these larger 750 milliliter bottles.
Milliliter.
Milliliter. Aha! Sorry. We were watching machining videos right before this. Excuse me. I'm still in foot pounds mode. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I got nothing. I don't think I've ever even been in Missouri.
Man, it's just
It's very unique.
it's just so strong. And
It is super, super strong. The mouthfeel is much more like what you would get from a porter or stout.
yeah,
It's got a little bit of stickiness to it and a thicker consistency.
yeah, it's a little thicker. It's got that, as you were saying, the stickiness from the sugars. But it really is one of those things that needs to be with a meal, in my opinion. Just from the strength.
Wow, that's bottom is cloudy. Now, here, let me ask you this. This says specifically, and one of the reasons that I bought it is because it's aged in Templeton whiskey rye barrels.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's one of the reasons why it's got such a kick to it? Not like alcoholic kick because they don't derive that from that, but
No.
it's like it's magnified somehow.
I don't think it's magnified. I think that just particular flavor with the other flavor sets is taking effect into the strength of the flavoring that we're getting, and I can kind of get a whiskey finish on there. Mm-hmm. That harsh whiskey start, or that not harsh whiskey start, that whiskey start where it's that little sweet, almost caramel that some whiskeys have.
Mm-hmm. Rye whiskeys are known to have that sort of.
Okay, and I know jack shit about whiskeys for the most part, so there you go.
Yeah.
Then it's got the harshness of the zest from the lemon and the cinnamon, with something else just biting a little hard. It might be, I think this one has the anise in it, or the other one has anise in it.
I don't know.
And then
Cardamom, star anise.
yeah, and then it's has that whiskey after that after you've swallowed your whiskey and you've let it start settling on your tongue. It's got that back after whiskey flavor, in my opinion.
All of this stuff is so regional and seasonal, and like limited editions, that it's not uncommon for us to go one time, see a brand, and then never see that brand again.
And we probably won't see it again until next season of whenever we saw it the first time. And it's wonderful that companies do that. It's kind of obnoxious when that happens to be like your favorite beer. Oh, I love this beer. It's the best beer. I can never find it any other time than the summer. Well, that's because the ingredients are only in season during the winter, and they can only be brewed for the summer.
Yeah. So, moving on to the question, we're doing the fine line, or what we like to call the fine line. So the question number one is...
do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Question number one is, would you buy this, or would you go out of your way to get it?
I could see myself buying it and maybe going out of my way a little bit for it if I found what the meal was that it fit.
Okay.
Because it needs something to go with it. It needs something to balance it. And if I knew what that something was, I would probably want it often. But beers are notoriously harder to pair.
Because they're complex as all get out. In a lot of ways that they've got more body and soul than certain wines do.
Yeah.
Even really expensive.
So and they can easily overpower a lot of other dishes. So once I found what that dish is that this would sit with, I would probably want it often. You know what this would go good with? A shepherd's pie.
Nice flaky crust. Thick cut potato. So, with the rye, so this is really a meal base
Yes.
for you. That's your decision.
Yeah, if I'm going with whatever that meal is, I would probably go out and pick it up and then drink it.
All right. Well, question number 2. Question number 2. Would you use this beer as a example or a tool of your ability to choose beers? That's
Or-
changed. Yeah.
Or just to demonstrate my palate and my knowledge.
Yeah.
All
Demonstrate
that.
your palate. That's good.
Yeah, I think I would. For the fact that it is strong, and it will blow someone over who's not ready for.
Yeah, because one of these glasses is virtually, 2.5 beers for someone who's normal to just drinking, a Budweiser.
Yeah. This is a really strong flavor set. But it's not a super complex flavor set. So all of the flavors come out on their own. You just have to get past that initial shock. And if you can get the person to get past that initial shock, you can easily walk them through it and tell them what you're tasting and see what they taste. And maybe teach them to be able to taste that kind of stuff. So I would probably use this one as a good teaching method.
Okay. All right. And question number 3: would you buy this for a get-together, a party?
No.
Does that relate mostly to the serving size?
It does a little bit. But on top of that, when I think parties and get-togethers, I wouldn't place this one in a party get-together kind of thing. Now, if I was doing like a meal with friends, and that was the purpose of the get-together, was to, hey, everybody come over to my house, we're gonna have dinner, and maybe do something, sit down, watch some movies, or just shoot the shit for the rest of the night.
Some stupid duel with family.
Yeah, some stupid duel with family and friends. I might have this one as going out with the meal. The second half of the third question, which is usually would I serve it in a restaurant?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, gotcha. Got you back, bro. Yes, I would have it in a restaurant.
Yeah, hands down
I would have it in a restaurant. I would have it in a pub. I'd have it in a tavern. But I wouldn't have it in a pub, and I wouldn't have it in a bar. Because bars and pubs... Is it bars and pubs or bars and tavern? I can't remember which one it is. Whichever of the two that typically don't serve a lot of food. Bar and a pub, I probably wouldn't serve this. Because in a bar and in a pub, for something that needs food with it or should really have food with it, you're not going to get a whole lot of desire for this one. In a tavern and in a restaurant, I would have it, and I would have it on my list, and I would probably put it next to whatever dish I thought went best with. So that way they could go, oh yeah, I want your shepherd's pie with the rye on rye.
Yeah, I mean it'd be it'd be interesting. I would absolutely love that, and having been in the restaurant industry for many years, a series of really good choices like something like this can make or break the restaurant and attract good return business. And I think this is one of those examples that you could use it, and it'll grab the people that are there, and they're going to go back to see this. Not just this, but also see what else we have. So, having a few of these, and if each one of these brands is as unique and different,
which I think they're going to be.
I'm hoping. It's going to be quite amazing. All right. Anyways, great beer. It's a great beer.
Yeah.
It's the Smokestack Series Special Limited Release Ale Rye on Rye 2016 out of the Boulevard Brewing Company, Kansas City, Missouri. Retails for approximately about $14 after tax, give or take. And comes in these nice 750 milliliter bottles.
Milliliters, folks, not
Millimeters. Alright, well, I'm Hef, it's Crispy, and cheers.
cheers.